basically. I was not aware of this until this morning. So yeah, we're going to try that out, which means everyone's going to be qualifying either soft, medium or hard. Whichever tyre they qualify on will be the tyre they have to start the race on. So that'll be something to take note of during qualifying.
Hmm.
So, what do you think about this track then? What are your thoughts on the circuit?
Right, Catalunya. I think it's never really been my cup of tea, but I like short tracks that, you know, I can drive a samba bus around, basically.
Well, technically you can drive the samba bus around anything. I mean, we drive it around the Nürburgring on Chelsea.
Yeah, true story.
But personally, I don't mind this track.
I will admit, I did like it when it was in one of the old Formula 1 games.
Hmm. Was that without the chicane at the end, or with?
Oh, I can't remember.
Depends how old the Formula 1 game is.
Yeah, and you've got to remember, I do go back a couple of years.
Sure. Because they used to not have the chicane, and then they put the chicane in. I'm not 100% certain on the reason why.
I think it was just the amount of crashes they were having through the final corner, so they put the chicane in to slow everybody down.
Ah, right.
You know, in the same way that they do for Monza as well. They used, you know, for Formula 1 and that, you need them to slow down for that, what would have been the first corner. Or they would just all pile in there at 200 mile an hour, and that's a massive accident waiting to happen.
Fox has chosen to go with a stock carbon fibre livery for this one. Not sure why. He does have a team livery. Hi Josh, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. Well done. I think we'll start qualifying at 20. That sounds fine. So,
I do like Buttock's livery, by the way. It's very Tony the Tiger, isn't it?
yeah. That's also, you might like their team name. I don't know if you've seen any of the team names or who's on whose team, but
yeah, you would have thought I would have researched that.
It's fine. I'll quickly run through who's on whose team. So currently 1 and 2 is Vitamin G and Ruti. They're on the same team. They're at Infinity Racing. Much I enjoy commentary as much if I'm not listening to much. Yeah, so Vitamin and Ruti, they're both on Infinity Racing. There's Walter and Wright and Lad for Yorkshire Tea Racing. Gad Gaming and Humpty the Pumpty are both in the Red Bull team. Gemini and I think M3 Guy are on the Piston Broke Racing team. Craiden and Resite are Magenta Mad Lads. Emperor Buttocks and Foxy are Flawless Geezers.
Well, true story, they are.
Hey Robbo, hello Ponte, welcome to the stream. We are, I think, just missing the 2 Force Croatia drivers of Fran and Mike. And yes, that is meant to be a play on the Force India thing. Force Croatia.
Force Croatia.
So I think Nike's having issues at the moment with the update. It's doing the copying thing.
Oh wow.
Where it takes forever, so
yeah.
I wouldn't put money on Nike showing up. However, I'm not sure about Fran. Fran usually does show up, so I'll just make sure he's following his own.
Well, the good news is, so far, at least we didn't start late.
Yes.
Right, so, and no one called Budge tonight?
No, Budge told me earlier in the week that he wasn't going to be able to make it. He wasn't going to be able. I think he's going drinking, he said, and that he wouldn't actually be able to see the screen properly.
Oh, that probably means he's going gigging as well then.
Yeah. So basically, Budge is doing something else then, which is why I asked you. So here we are. Just a quick rundown in championships then. Alright, Taylor's left side, we'll wait for Taylor to go back and see Strand shows up at some point. The championships then, it is indeed the magenta Mad Lads on top. In fact, here it is. So your driver's championship then going into this race. Craiden is the championship leader. He sits 6 points ahead of teammate Racer. Third place is Vitman G, who's just ahead of Walter in fourth, along with Wrighton Lad in fifth. Sixth place is Rudy, seventh is Fran. 8th is M3 Guy, 9th place is Foxy, 10th Emperor Buttocks, 11th Honte, 12th Gad, and then 13th and 14th is Gemini and Nike Donna, who's not actually done a race before.
Oh wow.
Well, Gemini has replaced someone else for this race anyway, because someone was meant to be entered, then they didn't show up for the first 2 races without explaining why, so we just kicked him off.
Fair enough.
Gemini's replaced him for the rest of the season. In the constructors, it's Magenta Mad Lads who lead Infinity Racing. Third place is Yorkshire T, 4th Force Croatia. 5th place is Flawless Geezers. 6th Piston Broke Racing, and in 7th is Red Bull. Mikey, welcome. Welcome to the constructors. Yeah, those are the championship standings at the moment.
See, if I had known there were spots going, I would have entered the TLS team.
Maybe next season.
Yeah, once I've had some practice and can actually control them around the circuit, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you've heard, by the way, but I'm starting to take things a little bit more seriously.
Oh,
yeah.
Out of character for you.
Shh, don't say that too loud, somebody might actually hear you. But yeah, I'm actually planning to do a decent race around somewhere like Nürburgring GP circuit. You know, 30, 50 laps, something like that, just to get my eye in.
So are we ready to go then with the qualifying? Let's see how this new qualifying system works. Just to start qualifying in big old capital. I'm not on track. So yeah, do you reckon are we ready to go then? As M3 guy goes off the track?
Yeah, why not?
Alright then. Qualifier will begin. That's an interesting new thing that obviously they added in the last update. From my understanding, it's basically what they do in sport mode with qualifier. Ooh, this is fancy.
Oh, that's an unusual pit angle.
Oh, Wrighton Lad is genuinely on the wets now.
Why is he on the wets?
I don't know if you can change that. That's the problem for Wrighton Lads. They'll charge out now onto the pits. They've all immediately gone straight out onto the track. Finally added the ability to load for instance, right, so everyone has immediately gone straight to the track. I feel like Wrighton Lad might actually start the race on this.
That would be insane. Hi Screech, welcome to the stream.
Let's try to find who's first. Who's the first one on track? It says Wrighton Lad, I can't find him.
Yeah, it actually won't let me select Wrighton Lad.
It won't let me select Wrighton Lad either. I'm not sure what's going on.
Well, let's hope that's not a glitch.
Okay, and Buttocks is not on the screen either on the position chart. Anyway, M3 guy is beginning a lap. Vitman G will be the first one to complete the lap, so we will go on board with Vitman G for his first flying lap. And we'll take you around Vitman G's first lap here. Can't get in. Oh, let's go.
Oh, here we
wrong.
go.
Anyway. We don't know how to use this new qualifying system, to be honest, but apparently Wrighton Lad's not doing. Anyway, so we begin the lap with Vitman G, then charging down main straights. You kind of just want to keep the throttle foot to the floor. Keep it on the outside, so 50 metre forward, I think that is, braking onto the inside, and then Judging by the throttle, it's from half full. Is he flat through turn 3? No. Bit of a lift on entry, but accelerates round to the exit. Trying to get track on the outside on the exit there as you brake just under the bridge. Lean it in, roll it through the corner and accelerate hard for the exit. Next up, turn 5, possible overtaking spot in the race. Sharp hairpin. Right, we might have to restart qualifying. How do we do that? Can everyone jump out of qualifying? Is that a possibility they can do? Or?
You know, I haven't really looked into this myself, so your guess is as good as mine, I'm afraid.
I don't know, but they have actually got overtake button. I've just realised the qualifying now.
Yep.
But not everyone's noticed that. Only a few people have actually noticed. One of the few people is Rooty. So yeah. Rooty will be able to use his overtake. No, everyone can. Gad Games used so, Hunter's using it.
Vitamin G still hasn't.
So. I kind of wish the lobby wouldn't be visible once it's unlocked. I'm not sure what's going to happen then, because...
Yeah, Vitamin G's just posted a 29.7.
Oh, that's great! Oh, that's brilliant, that, I'm not going to lie. We might need to restart though, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Walter's 32.0, Foxy 32.2. We kind of abandoned the on-board lap with Vitamin halfway through with side-line issues. 31.9, Foxy 30.7. Hunty comes up to the line. That was a very slow lap from Hunty. I'm sure he's going to want to improve his time.
148, that's my lap.
That's a very slow time from Hunty. He's going to want to improve. The only explanation is that he made a mistake.
Well, maybe the drugs haven't worn off from his hospital visit yet.
Can't get in, Robin. Oh, I don't know what we have to do. I think we have to restart, but I don't know. Is it possible we can actually leave the qualifying? Because I've never done this, so I don't know. So I don't really know what's going on.
Right, I'll tell you what. I can whack it. I can whack out a quick message for them if you like, and just ask them if they can.
Just ask.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's me being slow again.
We'll just set everyone out and we'll try and restart for it. It's alright, Night Connor, you might still get a chance because you might still get a chance to get in because we do not know what's going on at the moment.
Nope.
Ah, Hunter's putting a more representative time there.
Looks like Racer Tay got the message.
Might have to exit the entire lobby, it looks like that might be the only way.
Right, restart it from scratch.
Yeah, we want to start from scratch.
Hey, if that's what we need to do, you know.
Don't leave the lobby. I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, we're back out. Yeah, they all have to back out with the boss. Hang on, we're going down to the final 4.
Yeah.
We've got Rooty, Raiden, Vitman and Hunter. Who's going to stay in? Who's going to be the last one to leave? All they have to do is exit. Yes, I think you can exit the qualifier then on the race, by the sounds of things. You don't have to actually leave the lobby. Apparently Foxy's still on track, what?
Yeah, Foxy's just pulled out the pits.
Foxy's not showing up on my position chart. I've only got Rooty, Raiden and Vitman.
Yeah, that's all I've got. But literally, I'm watching him go around the track now. This is quite bizarre.
Foxy's going. What's going on? Also, they're not leaving.
Aliens!
Wait, I'm just confused. If they don't back out, they'll if they don't back out, they'll be starting the race, and it will just be them people.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Right, we've still got Rui and Raiden in here.
And one of the Red Bulls. In fact, they're both there now. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, Fox is left.
I don't get what's going on. Lobbies are almost the same as freaking sport mode now with Holopine. Can't move an entry with it. I was just waiting on one. Apparently on my screen, Foxy's still in and he's the only one in. Yeah, Foxy's still in. He's the only one left. Just needs to leave. Fully consider your program additions, both. Foxy's going to be starting the 2021 lap race on his own now. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, phew.
Yes.
Qualifying
Right.
has been cancelled.
So it does work like the rest then.
Yeah.
Alright then. Let's hope Brighton can get in this time. See, we're just being used as guinea pigs, because if this works and we can figure it out, they're probably going to start using this in other leagues.
Yeah.
So we're effectively being the guinea pigs here and seeing how it works.
Can I be a hamster? I don't like being a guinea pig.
You especially on your own could be a hamster.
I just like those wheels, it does it for me.
Yeah, Alan, welcome to the stream. We ordinarily, I think at this point, the race would be starting. But we're having a few difficulties. First of all, it was completely like the lobby. Night Donna, how long do you have? How long do you reckon it'll be? Okay, we'll wait. We're gonna wait for night.
Okie doke.
I mean, we're massively late anyway as it is. So, why not make it even more late? You're welcome.
There we go.
Looks like everyone's ready now, and Wrighton's not on Wex, so we should be good to go with qualifying. I think he's looked at taken a second look at the started a second look at the forecast and realised that it's probably not.
Yeah, it's nice to see him out on track.
Yeah, very long update indeed. Like, but that copying thing just takes forever. I don't know why. Don't understand what it does, to be honest. So yeah, it's kind of just final practice then, isn't it?
Yeah.
See who wants the base. What are your predictions then? What do you reckon? Who's going to get the win?
Well, from what I know of the people in the lobby, I'm expecting good things from Raiden at least. Racer Tay, if he has a good race, has a good chance, I think. And Vitamin G as well, who just crossed the line with a 29.4.
Yeah, Vitamin G's quick. Tay and Raiden you can always expect to be up at the front. Vitamin G, he has his good races, but he also has his bad races. It'll be interesting to see which one this is today. Time with Racer, he sometimes is doing really well and is really contending to win, but then he has a tendency to make some real race costing mistakes. I mean, I don't know if you saw any of last season, but the race in Red Bull Ring last season. From the lead of the race, he spun it on the curb out of turn 1, which not entirely his fault, but I mean, he did lead. He was leading, and he didn't win the race from that. So mistakes do tend to come his way, but I mean, now he's driving backwards.
Yeah.
So he's lost which direction the track's going this time.
Oh, bless him.
Back at this time. Alright then, Josh. There you coming back then. And he's got into this. Ruti as well has been a driver that's probably impressed me in the last race, because I did watch the stream back before the Tokyo race because I wasn't there, but Ruti did really well in that one. See if he can continue his good form.
Indeed, let's hope that he, well, not so much of a repeat performance as last time, but keeps himself in contention.
He is currently quicker than Wittmann, which is shows that they're not exactly too far away from each other in terms of pace. So we see them two up at the front. We can see them taking the fight to the Magenta boys. The Red Bulls really need to find some points. They're currently residing at the bottom of the championship with just 3 points to the name, and they finished last in the championship last season. They really need to start scoring points on the board, and big points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a very fair argument that Majid currently on the medium tyres is only 2/10 slower than his teammate Ruti on the softs. Walter up in third at the moment on softs. You can't really count Walter out of these races. He's always up there toward the front of the midfield, as is Wrighton on a good day. So 2 Yorkshire 2 drivers probably have a good chance. Apparently it seems that Majid's getting himself in a bit of trouble, as Emperor Products does indeed have damage to the front of his car.
Yeah, there was a bit of an incident there before turn 1. I noticed Craiden was pulling off very slowly towards the corner just as I flicked onto him. And Racerte's going the wrong way around the track now.
So, I think Tim might have gotten a bit lost. Mike
Turn
Donald's got
around,
6. Mike Donald's got 6% left on his update. He says so. He'll be here with us shortly. Do apologise for the delay. Shouldn't have it again. It appears Emperor Buffets has also realised that it's going the wrong way.
Well, I'm not sure it's going to help him learn the track going in the wrong direction, but...
Oh, hang on, he's turned it round now.
Yeah.
As his teammate approaches. As his teammate goes across the track.
Oh, and punts them off, okay.
Oh, and he's gone off. I'm not sure what's going on at the moment. They clearly don't feel the need to get some actual practice. But yeah, that midfield battle as well is always an interesting one. The Red Bulls, like I say, are really going to want to put some points on. The Yorkshire T team as well, Walter and Wrighton, like they usually find themselves fighting toward the front of the midfield, so they're always one to look out for. Gemini is quite quick as well. Ruti is kind of bridging that gap between the front runners and the midfield most of the time. Gemini as well is one to look out for. So that midfield is usually relatively close. There's also Emperor Buttocks and Foxy. So it's always that midfield is going to be just as interesting to keep an eye out on. There's crucial points run off of here. Hallelujah. It seems like I get the feeling McDonald's update is done. So in the current practice session, the 2 Red Bulls looking relatively impressive, currently sat in P5 and P6. But they're all in teams at the moment, just realised. They've got Infinity, Yorkshire T, Red Bull, and then 3 gone.
So Raiden's now owed himself a 3-second penalty for, shall we say, unsportsmanlike conduct with his teammate.
Oh, yep,
I
he's,
do believe
off the
these two are
track
just
now.
using this as a play session.
Yeah, I get the feeling. Honestly, what do you... Well, God. Honestly, what do you think you're doing? You get a game
This
and you're
is
playing.
a serious league, boys.
Honestly, what do you think you're doing having fun playing?
Isn't it?
Serious.
Yeah, you can tell it's serious because I'm not the host.
No, I am, so it's not much better.
What are they up to?
Nobody knows, to be honest. Is this their team bonding then before the race?
Yeah, well, we'll have none of that.
Yay!
Raiden's round again. And Racer Tade's taking a very unusual line there, off track.
No, that's just the old chicane layout.
Yeah.
And by old chicane, I mean no chicane. Right, once Mike Donner readies openers in session, I believe we are good to start the qualifying. Again.
What do you mean again? This will be the first qualifying we've done.
Yeah, first time. Yeah,
because we're professionals and we know what we're doing. Like.
Yeah, muddled my words up there. Let's say first time. I'm going to start qualifying. So what I could expect to see then is actually the Dream drivers just pitting in immediately for soft tyres. One thing that has been picked up on throughout this is that the tyre wear is harsh at a whopping 25 times.
Ooh, that's...
Yeah.
Right, sorry.
The drivers...
Raiden's just destroying things around the track now. Oh, thank God he's gone in the pits.
He's doing a bit of off-track exploring.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Mike Donner on the track and he's using the old Yorkshire Tea livery. How many laps? We have 21 laps with us today.
Raiden's popped in for a new set of boots because he has literally wore out his old ones.
Oh, it's come out inside of Ripen as well. There are 21 laps here in Catalonia for the Spanish round. Round 3 here for some performances. I should know this, but next up, I don't actually know where we are.
For shame.
Should know this. We are at Monza in 2 weeks' time. So, are we ready to go then? Is everyone ready? Everyone is in, yeah. And we're literally only missing Fran. So that's a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, missing the one is good enough.
Let's hope this works this time. I mean, this is just going to work because we're professional, we know what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're almost talking like we've tried this before and it didn't work. Right, who's going to be first out?
Everyone diving straight out the pit lane.
Isn't it?
Clearly, everyone decides that going straight out onto the track is the necessary course of action.
Yeah, that won't cause bottlenecks at all.
Foxy, I believe it is, who has gone out first. Foxy is indeed our first one on track.
Yeah,
Bro, where's Fran? We don't know. He appears to have died in the process of this race. In the build-up, he's not on Discord. He's not even. I don't even know if he's on the PlayStation. He just sort of disappeared. Something that is relatively annoying is that position screen is not actually the order of the wrong tracking. Oh wait, no, you sort yourself out now.
Who's the lad with the Geordie accent?
I think it's Righton. Righton has a Geordie accent. I mean,
I'm kind of watching yours and my stream at the moment, so I'm getting the chat from both.
oh right. Yeah, I think everyone's trying to find a bit of position. I think Jim and I is just backing into his teammate at the moment. They Piston Broke Racing, they've got a brand new livery design for this one because of new lineups at the team, so they've got a new design, and I must say it looks rather nice. Simple black and white livery, but it's quite effective. It's another good Red Bull livery as well from the Red Bull team with Hunty and Gav on it. I would say though, that's a team that's really going to want to score points this weekend. They need it. So Foxy then into the first corner. Foxy's actually now using the Isrl Super Formula livery on one of the team races.
Oh wow. Who's he partnered with?
He's with Emperor Buttocks. Foxy and Buttocks are the flawless users.
Ah, right, yeah.
Ooh, a little on the grass there on the braking into turn 5. We've got a bit of a wibble on, and I think that lost him a lot of time through 5 there. That allows Wittmann to actually close up on track position, but he lost a bit of time. He's gone wide and he's gone
in the
off.
kitty litter.
He has gone off into turn 7. Up there's Emperor Buttocks into informing everyone that overtakes. See, it's annoying for Foxy because it looks like the first sector went rather well for him and then just mistakes. I think that was Racer Tay who's gone slamming across the track on the back straight there. And he has gone off, and I guess that's not a lap time that Tay's going to set for pole position.
Yeah, I think we could definitely say that.
Contrary to popular belief, that is not the fastest way around the lap. So, here comes Wittmann around the final corner now. He's not made many mistakes, then again, we've not really been watching him at a 29.5 from Wittmann. Walter, 20. He's gone even quicker at 29.5. Very close on.
Ruiz
now
doing a 29.1.
And Craiden does 28.9 because of course Craiden does better than us. And Buttocks comes in with a 40. Oh my god, Bunty with a 31.2 drops him down. He's currently sat in 8th place, right and left as well. On the order a bit, and Tay goes into the pits. Gad comes across line with a 35. That's not exactly the quickest times. But so some of these have got 35s. Hunter with a 31. I feel anyone slower than Hunter has made a mistake somewhere. If Tay comes in and has already changed his tyres. So now he's lost 2 laps now and he's running out of time. He needs to get a lap with Gemini's also starting a lap now. Oh, and that's, I think, is that Foxy off again? It is Foxy off again in the exact same place. He's struggling with that corner.
Yeah, I think somebody needs to learn his braking points there. Although he is being respectful and keeping it off the track, letting people pass.
Yeah, they're very into turn 9 at the top of the hill, a very fast corner. And there's Tay as well, also letting people through as he prepares his outlap. This is Gemini then. If we watch, he's won 2 seconds first lap. It's not actually got a lap time in it. We're nearly halfway through the qualifying session. Taylor's also not got a lap in it. He's going to have to go again. Walter looking really impressive with the 29.3 at the moment. Currently P3, an incredible session for Walter so far, but will be improved times toward the end. And Buttocks gets up into 8th, and 3 guy into 7th, and 3 guy right over the back of Emperor, gaining a lot of slipstream there with his time of 30.5s. Big close between these drivers in the midfield. Gav has done an incredible job of getting into the 29s. He jumps up into 6th place, just behind the top 5. Walter, however, is doing a fascinating job so far.
Gemini's just coming out of the last chicane now, doing the final corner.
Gemini's time sees him go up into P6, and only just in that gap there. It's a very small margin between him, Mike, and Gav Gaming. And in fact, Wittmann as well, the gap between Nightcon and Wittmann is incredibly close as well, so it's looking close at the moment, and that sort of packed. Essentially Nightcon's first race this season. What about Taylor? So Tay begins his lap, he's coming through and into turn 3 now. He's not actually done a lap yet in qualifying. So, and he's already wasted half of it. He's got only 4 minutes to get a lap in. He needs to get a lap in now.
Well, it's interesting at the moment that from position 1 to 7 is less than a second.
And Walter's just taken provisional pole position. Where on earth has that one come from?
And Craiden takes it straight back.
Steals it back. And 3 guy also improving his time. It's this Tay coming up into turn 9. He's, from what I've seen of him, I don't think he's made any mistakes, but I reckon he's going to go up toward the front row. It's not showing up the sector comparisons as he goes through them, so we don't really know. But he's getting a bit of a wobble on. Foxy with a 35.8, a bit off the pace, but Foxy's been making mistakes across the board. He seems to be struggling here. His take-ons and tackles the final sector. It's a very twisty final sector. Gemini with a 29.4, it's impressive time. He's very close to the front, but where does Tay put himself in this battle? And he goes on the front row, and only just behind his teammate and championship rival of Raiden. So it's a magenta model odds 1-2 at the moment, and front row lock that Raiden as he charges down into the second sector is actually down his time. It's such a small margin. Gad gaining his bits of stops. I think he's thrown his gauntlet now on his lap time. Gemini up in P5 now, it's incredibly close. The top 5 at just about a second, so it's very close up the front at the moment. And Walter looks right up in that battle. Moving up to the line, it's an improvement again. 28.7, but it was a small improvement, and so there we go then. Walter's really improved his position, and it looks like Walter has stopped. And we're doing it with a 28.1.
Looks like Racer Tay might actually be on a bit of a flyer as well.
So coming down into the end of the middle sector. He is up on his time, but it's not enough to take pole position. Can Tay grab himself a shot hole?
He's going to need to drive out of his socks on this last sector though.
He needs 3 attempts to find. He needs to dig deep in this final sector, and that's not the digging we were on about, Tay. As he goes off the track there into the final chicane. That's going to have lost him a lot of time, and I think he's got one final lap now as he goes to begin what will be his final lap in qualifying. Can Tay get pole position? We're going to watch now to see if this is the lap for pole. Where is Raiden? I think Raiden's on the lap as well. Raiden might actually get another lap, but we know overtake. The advantage, you'd think, is Racer Tay's.
Racer Tay's very wide into turn 1 then. He's definitely keeping the foot down.
Where is he? Is he up on his time sector 1? He is, he's up 2/10. That's not purple though. He's not currently quicker than Raiden.
He is using his overtake button a lot though.
Oh, a bit of a drift on now at turn 5. It's not exactly ideal, but yeah, that just shows the extent of which he's pushing into Foxy corner.
I think that now has to be a thing. That is now officially Foxy Corner.
There we go then. Is he up in the middle sector? He is. Oh, but he's by such a small margin, and he goes deep into turn 10. He's gone deep into 10. He's run wide, and that's not the ideal line. Like Bomber pops himself up into P3 now in the closing stages. People have ended their runs. Foxy finally improves into a 31, but looks like he's bringing up the back of the grid. Raiden, I think, might finish, but where's Tay then? Is it
he's lost it on the sausage.
No, definitely not now.
Such a shame.
But that just shows he was making a couple of mistakes in that final lap. That shows how much he was pushing for pole position there. And it is indeed over for Racer. I think now it's just the countdown time. That's when anyone's still on the lap. It's their final lap. So Raiden then, I think, is using this final lap wisely then to try and secure out pole position. I think he has got it. But Night Bomber's also on the lap, and if he can find half a second, Night Bomber could do his prize contender. Everyone else is parked up and is done, so Racer Tay included, so it's either Raiden. It looks like he's got pole position then.
Yep.
Night Bomber in P3.
Yeah, Mike Donner's a full half second back at the moment.
It's unlikely, but you never know. So we're just going to stick with him into this final sector to see if he miraculously finds half a second.
Raiden all over the sausage curbs there as well.
Bit of an error from thing as well. Vimman has just come up in the third out of nowhere on the last lap. So now it's on the line now, and the session is over, of course. But they're just waiting for the final laps to be completed. Now gone across the line, and it's P4. Luigi crossed the line with P3. Raiden does indeed take pole position. Onto the Ponto, finishes his lap, and it's not an improvement. Such a small amount there. The grid is set, and it looks set to be a thriller for this one here. We have Raiden who takes pole position, Racer Tay in P2, Dripman G managing to get over to P3 alongside Mike Bonner on that second row. It's an all Yorkshire T3rd row with Walter and Wright and Ladd doing an incredible job in 5th and 6th and are very similar on pace at the moment. Ponty doing a good job as the highest Red Bull car from P7, as Ruti a long way down from where he got in the end in the last race down in P8. Gemini is well down in 9th place ahead of Gad Gaming, who just runs out the top 10. L3 now in P11 and Robotics at 12th. Foxy is bringing up the rear for the start of this one. Yeah, decent qualifying, Hunty. It's around about where he usually resides for the start of the race, but like I've been saying, points are needed for that Red Bull team. But will this be the race that's starting 7th and 10th? Definitely possible.
I reckon Hunty was just biding his time there and he was just getting his eye in for the track.
Interestingly though, it looks like Hunty might be starting on the soft tyres. They all have to choose the tyres that they wish to start on and do qualifying on them, which makes for some interesting races if you want to start on a hard tyre, but your lap time is obviously going to be difficult to get.
So if you were in this, what would your tyre strategy be?
I'd probably try and start on the mediums. I'd go mediums.
Mediums to soft or medium to super soft?
Super softs aren't an option in this one. It's just soft medium now. Super softs are usually on the qualifying, but we're doing this system now, so we're just not allowing super softs anymore.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so here we go then. It is race time. We line up on the grid. It is Craiden who takes pole position with Race Tay alongside him on the front row. In fact, the top 3 of the championship are lined up on the top 3 on the grid. The lights come on. And it's lights out, and away we go. What will start today? Then there's a bit of wheel spin from both Magenta Marvellous boys. Vimagine, someone's gone round in the background. Someone's round in the background. I think that's Ruti. He's already facing the wrong way. And he's down at the back. I'm not sure what's happened there, if he lost our traction or if he made contact. But there's Nightdawn has actually taken the lead here. The two Magenta Mad Lads are running side by side. Restay's managed to jump Craiden to take P2. Wright and Ladd managed to go up into 4th, with Vimagine dropping down, and Hunty moves up a place as well. So then Walter down to 7th place. Bit of a disappointing start from him as he'll shuffle around for position to try and gain the positions on the opening laps, and everybody is on the track. It looks like he's almost got forced off, and Foxy goes to join him there. So a couple of errors from people on 3 guys just behind his teammate. Now he's going to try and get past Gemini, but not quite today.
Oh, I do believe we just lost Foxy. I believe he's just raged. He's gone.
Foxy went off at turn. Foxy's gone out of the race. He's beat straight on already. Race take gets a little bit of a mistake coming out turn 9, as does Wittmann. And now he's got Craiden, his championship rival, all over the back of him. Night Donner looking to intervene in this one. In fact, Craiden makes an error, and this allows Wright in a great opportunity. I think someone's gone. Someone's gone off, or... I think I'm just seeing things, but either way, here comes Gad trying to get around the outside. Oh, and 3 guys, then Bullets just in the background, Ruti in P12, but they all generally look to have made up a couple of positions. I don't think anyone is in the position that they started this racing, as Gemini's now trying, as Foxy leaves the room now. Gemini trying to chase down Walter then, so Night Donner leads with a 1.4 second gap over race day. Craiden has got Wright and Ladd really deep breathing down his neck. I'm really interested to see if this driver, if Craiden tries to make the move on Craiden for the podium. I see Craiden fighting for the championship, so it'll be interesting to see if they decide, but not anymore because Craiden gets the penalty. That's going to allow him an opportunity. And Hunty is really looking racy here. He's going for this one, and now he's going to get the position on Wright and Ladd. I think this it does. So now the 2 Yorkshire drivers started 5th and 6th, and now down to 6th and 7th. So both Wright and Ladd, I don't think he's going to give up and try to overtake Hunty. The Hunter's done an incredible start to this race. He's made up 2 places in the opening 2 laps, but can he keep it for the duration of the race? He's kicking up a bit of dust just up in front, and the top 3 are looking to race away with a second gap between the 2 James Marvellous cars. And Night Donner is interestingly on softer tyres, but he's also has got better wear on his tyres. But Craiden tries to close down that.
Emperor Buttock's going off track a little there.
This is a position to Ruti, who's going to really want to try and make some places back now.
I did notice the last time that I commented on one of the ISRL races that Emperor Buttock seems to be hanging back a lot. Doesn't really seem to be pushing himself as because I know he's a good racer.
G then in P4 and drops 1.5 seconds back behind Craiden. These two drivers from Vincennes, the boys in pink, are going to be what we expect to be the two title contenders. So this race could have an immediate effect on the championship then. As Race Day picks up a penalty, 4.9 seconds, and that's going to make Raiden's life a lot easier as he just breezes past now. Can Race Day get rid of the penalty, however, before Vincennes overtakes? No. Vincennes does now take himself onto the podium, and now that means Mustang's got the job of trying to get back on front. Okay, we have Walter trying to chase down Craiden Lad, his teammate, as he goes deep into turn 10, but as does Gard, who's currently fighting the hunt-bound Walter to make himself onto that position. Hunter is still doing a good job up at P5, I think, if I'm being honest. It's probably as far the field as he can go without mistakes from the top four. These are the usual suspects fighting up at the front and winning the race, but Knight Donner got a nearly 3-second gap. He's using those soft tyres now to full effect. Gard trying to chase down Walter. We're still just about half a second back. He's trying to find a decent opportunity to overtake. Where would you say the best overtaking opportunities on this track then, Craiden?
Right, me personally, I would say not too far away from where Vitamin G is now. This section just up here, yeah, there's always a lovely chance for a dive bomb, and always through the last chicane as well. I know they're not normal overtaking spots, but that's where people are less likely to expect you to do it.
It's a very good point. People would be less expecting, but it can easily go wrong with it being a chicane. I think turn 1 is probably a very decent overtake spot as well. Long straight, you get a good run out of final corner and good use of overtake, probably put yourself along. So it's also a good dive bomb opportunity for anyone who is willing to risk it on the brakes, but I don't think anyone will today.
That's a shame.
Foxy got disconnected.
Oh, bless him.
So it was an engine issue then for Foxy, because Brandon disconnects his engine problems, and Craiden spins! And Craiden has made a mistake, and he's spinning his way through the final chicane. As he rejoins down in 8th place, just in front of Gemini, and Gemini's having to go slow to avoid hitting him, and Craiden just lost 2 positions, one to his teammate and one to Gard. Now Gemini is all over the back of him. Here we go then, is Gemini going to look to make the opportunity to make
Here he goes.
Here comes Gemini and pulls to the inside. It's not enough today. Oh, a bit of a wobble off the curve now into turn 2.
Well, it definitely was a bravery test for Gemini there.
So Hunty still doing a fantastic job on P5, but his mediums are looking really warm now. The tyre wear really looking to get into effect. It looks like Knight Donner is the main man to be affected. His tyres are getting shredded, and Craiden is managing to close down that gap. The Vitamin G rested down in P4, and his tyres are destroyed. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw some car.
Knight Donner getting very squirrely there. Raiden's now right up his diffuser. Knight Donner's front tyres are basically shot.
Wouldn't surprise me to pit in now.
Yeah, there he goes.
Knight Donner does. He predictably pits in now. Does Tay go in? Yes, Tay also doesn't. Tay is the first medium tyre runner to pit in, which does actually promote Hunty onto the podium positions. I think there might be something going on. It's flash game. Creiden's in, Gab Gaming's in, so a couple of cars pitting in now then. They've chosen now to be their chance to make pit stops. Now Ruti then, he's all over the back of M3 guy who's trying to chase down his teammate Gemini. Walter now moves up at the top, I'm taking third, but neither of these are pitted. Walter starting on the hard tyres, doing his usual long first stint strategy. Gemini also copying the idea, it looks like. As he's M3 now, so the two piston drop racing drivers both have chosen to start on the same tyre, as have Ruti, who's fallen a long way down. Right and left comes out pits now on hards, Gans on softs. That's an interesting decision.
Softs? That's brave.
That's a really interesting decision there from Gad Gaming to put onto the soft tyres.
Possible two-stopper then. I would have thought he would have wanted to stretch it a little bit more than that.
Did you happen to catch what tyres Gad started on?
I didn't know.
Well, the drivers do have to use two sets of tyres, two different sets of tyres. So if you started on softs, then you have to do a two-stop, but I can't see you making that a one-stop to the end from softs. Right and left, pitted off his mediums onto the hard, and assuming that spin will have destroyed his tyres, and that's what probably drove him.
Raiden's in the pits.
Raiden bin. Finland's also, it's the mediums don't seem to last much longer than the softs. Hunty, does he choose to pit in? He does not, and neither does Walter, so that means Hunty's about to take the lead of the race, with Walter in second.
I know you shouldn't have favourites, but go on, Hunty.
Gemini moves into third place and 3 guy in fourth, so it seems Ruti into fifth place, Night Donner sixth. Where is Raiden actually? Where's Raiden? He comes out behind Night Donner. So Night Donner then has come out ahead of Raiden, and Raiden comes out, where's she races Tay down the order as well. So that means that Night Donner has effectively taken the lead of the race. He tries to go around the outside of Ruti into turn 3. That's a very brave move around the outside. And has he made it work? I think he has. He's not quite made it all the way through though, and he has done it to Night Donner. Incredible move around the outside of turn 3. Raiden on the hard tyres then. It looks like he's setting himself up to go long. Whereas Night Donner with his softs to mediums, and Raiden's now trying to get around the outside of Ruti. But Raiden's been shown that door can close. So now Raiden tries to push to catch up. In fact, now in 3 guy has got Night Donner howling down behind him.
Oh, Ruti's made a huge mistake.
Surely he doesn't want to hold up. Surely Ruti doesn't want to hold up his teammate on 2 different strategies and pretty much in 2 different races, and I don't think he does. Vitmanji, probably one of the easiest overtakes the whole race, as Vitmanji manages to pass his teammate. Pretty good racing, yeah. It's going very well at the moment for some drivers. So more than others. I'm sure Tay made a bit of a mistake somewhere. I think he did, didn't he? Now he's on the hard tyres. He's left to go long. Gad Gaming on the soft tyres, it doesn't seem to be working out for him at the moment.
Yeah, they're just going to peel off just a little bit too quick.
I think Hunty's actually made an error there because he's gone from the lead, he jumped down to 7th and now he's pitted in. So I think a mistake there from Hunty might cost him a decent points position here because he's just dropped down to last and he's only now in the pits. And I think that's Race Day trying to find his way past Apple Products into turn 1, and that was relatively simple. Does Buttocks fight back? No, he does not. Taylor moves up into 8th place. Some of these drivers haven't pitted, some have. So at the moment it's a very difficult thing, but Walter on the hard tyres, I think he's going to go long. Gemini is second at the moment, he's also going long.
Right, Conte's out on the hards.
Conte's out on the hards. What we learned from that first stint is that the difference in laps between the mediums and the softs is not that major.
No, I would have thought the mediums would have went a lot longer than that.
I mean, Hunty managed to get his mediums to go 8 laps, but he was losing so much time in doing so, so the mediums. Gemini picks up a penalty and he serves it, and that means Night Donner's going to be able to find his way through, does he? The stints will prevail, well that's the choice of the Super Formula, as Raiden now tries to find his way around the outside of Gemini. That was a risky move if you're fighting for the win, you don't want to be...
Yeah.
Surely, I mean, if you try to fight for the win, you wouldn't be trying to make overtakes like that, where you're putting everything on the line, but I don't know if Raiden's thinking about that sort of things. Walter does tend to favour the longer strategies, usually does Hunter, but on this occasion he started on the mediums and it just lost so much time in doing so, but that's the choice of the Super Formula.
He's all over Gad Gaming now.
Oh, and he's alongside Gad Gaming, and Is he ahead yet?
He's got him.
Going side by side. It's not officially confirmed yet. But with the inside line, I'm sure we'll finish the move off, and he does move in front of Gab Gaming. Yeah, that's the joys of the Super Formula, is that you get all sorts of different strategies, different drivers trying different things, and you never really know who's going to come out on top until the very end of the race. And now with Craiden, who's actually managed to get ahead of Knight Donald somewhere, just twigged that Knight Donald's effectively lost the lead of the race there, and he's on a softer compounded tyre, so he really needs to try and get ahead of Craiden, but he's actually being held up by Walter. So this is incredibly interesting now as these three. Walter's not really in the same race as them, but how much do they hold him up? I think they're about to go 3 wide, heading down into 10-10. It's not quite, but Knight Donald also gets down the inside, as does Craiden. Walter looks like he's going to try and cut back, but it's not quite enough. And these two file their way forward.
That was scary for a minute, and that could have gone wrong for all 3 drivers in that corner.
Racetay gets a penalty, and Ruti gets a penalty, which means Gad might make the position here. I don't know, because Walter, I reckon, is going for a 1-stop. Ruti hasn't actually pitted yet either, so I reckon we could see Ruti and Walter doing a 1-stop. Where the likes of Knight Donner, maybe Craiden, and possibly Wittmann might have to do a 2 stops. It'd be interesting to see, but I don't think Walter ever sets his sights on trying to win the races. It's just trying to get as many positions as he can. But last season, toward the end, 4 of the last 5 races last season, at the end, Walter managed to get 4th place. And a podium in Goodwood, so Walter is able to capitalise on errors up front and a decent strategy. Usually puts Walter in some really strong positions as long as some decent racing alongside that. And the Ruti tries to get around the outside of Gad, or Gad tries to get down the inside. Gad's soft tyres looking absolutely shot, and he only pitted in on lap 5, so he's done about 5 laps on soft tyres. So Gad, might just have to put himself on a 2, maybe even a 3 stop, depending on what he hits into, but it'll be interesting to see how long the hards actually go. Is there any Walter's the only one on the hard tyres through the start, along with Ruti, and they're both still going, so maybe the hards could make it to the end from around about now.
Yeah, I'm just currently looking at Craiden, and he's only got a little bit of tyre wear, whereas Knight Donner, who's on the mediums, he's nearly halfway through his tyres already. So the hards are definitely the way to go.
Mediums are not lasting. Knight Donner feels the need to go defensive. Walter is indeed not pitting this lap. I don't think Walter needs to pit. I feel Ruti, however, might pit. He's probably going to need to pit in more than Walter does, and Ruti actually stays out. Gad makes his 2nd stop already. I'm really trying to figure out what Gad's strategy is, but what was looking like such a promising start to the race, he's really looking to derail for the Red Bulls, who are currently running 12th and 10th, but there's M3 guy looks like he's going to come round. It's going to mow both Red Bulls out the points.
Surely Gad's got to go into hards now to finish the race.
It's the only thing that would logically make sense is for Gad to go hard tyres to the end, we're about to say.
He has indeed gone hard.
Now for Gad to really make positions, he needs to decrease the gap to literally everyone in front of him. Keep that gap as small as possible so that when they pit, they will come out as far behind him as possible. Because most likely a lot of who's going to be pitting again. Ruti might be doing a 1-stop, Walter's doing a 1-stop, everyone else is probably doing a 2-stop. I don't know though. Craiden's tyre is actually looking really strong as his Wittmann, and Racetay's is a bit worse. But do you reckon Wittmann and Craiden might be able to stretch to a 1-stop?
As long as they look after the tyres, they should be able to. We're at the halfway point basically, and yeah, looking at Wittmann G now, I can see him lasting to the end of the race.
Yep, so if we look like we might be getting some cars to the end now. We've got Wittmann G trying to carry down Knight Donner, who are on very warm mediums. It's really not looking strong for Knight Donner. Those tyres have just fallen completely off. It's not looking too ideal for the Croatian driver. Meanwhile, Wright and Lott still all over the back of Ruti. Ruti is refusing to pit in, it seems, as is Walter, but they've surely got to be pitting in on this lap. The only issue is, what tyre do they pit onto if they pit now? Because, as we've discussed, the mediums don't seem to last, as Wrighton gets to the inside, and Wrighton finds his way ahead of Ruti into 10-4.
Yeah, Ruti's really going to have to come in.
Yeah, but the only issue is what tyres you put onto. They have to use 2 sets of tyres, so that Ruti or Walter cannot finish the race on another set of hards. Oh, and as we've discussed, the mediums and softs wear them really quickly around this track.
He's going to have to go for 2 sets of mediums then. I don't see any logic at all in putting the softs on. Unless he is going to be able to do desperately quick laps.
Proving our suspicions that the mediums don't last, Mike Donner pits in just 7 laps after he pitted in the first time. So he managed to get those mediums, took us 7 laps. And Walter's continuing on again. I wonder if Walter's fixated on doing a 1-stop. He's going to go until the mediums can make it to the end. To do that, he'd have to pit in like lap 14, 15, maybe even 16, around about then. So his pit window will be opening soon. Is Ruti even pitting in? Ruti's also not pitting in then. But his front tyres are destroyed. He's going to really struggle for initial turn now.
Mike Donner's come out and
just behind Ruti.
Yeah, he's picked hards for the. He's going to the end of the race now, basically.
Mike Donner to the end, and I think he's kind of banking on the idea that Craiden and Wittmann might be pitting again. As Hubble Fragging says, Walter's going to try and go to pit, and here comes Mike Donner into 10-4. I'm sorry about that, but Mike Donner makes the move on Ruti, and that was really simple. I mean, if you look at Ruti's tyres, they are destroyed.
Oh yeah.
As Hubble Friends is just pretty much echoing our statements that Ruti's gone wide into turn 5, and that's costing him an error to M3 guy. M3 guy now makes a decision. Ruti needs to pit. His tyres have gone and he's making mistakes. And Hunty is quickly approaching. And Craiden pits in from the lead to cover off an undercut from Mike Donner, I'm assuming, but his tyres are not that bad. So is this just to cover off an undercut attempt from Mike Donner?
He's got to be really this late in the race.
Unless of course it's for fuel, because there is also fuel wear on. But we don't have to talk about fuel, but he's changing the tyres. Surely he's got to be trying to cover off an undercut attempt from Mike Donner. Gemini in, and race stays into both the Magenta boys we called into the pits to prevent Mike Donner finding his way ahead of them. And it looks like that has happened now as Craiden comes out a long way ahead of Mike Donner. Right and left as he moves into 4th, Mike Donner into 5th. What about race day? Where's race day? Race day's on now into Mike Donner is going to beat race day, and he has gone for some mile now. In fact, Emperor Puddock pitting now from the back, and so Gab Gaming's plan has suddenly come into fruition, and he's gone up into 9th place. He's not that far behind race day, by going on for the odds. So it has actually worked according to plan. Gemini pitted in, Puddock's pitted in, and Ruti, who's now chosen to pit. Ruti is having a very difficult race at the moment, Josh, and he's just now made his pit stop. As far as Emperor Puddock making another stop. So Walter up into 3rd place, and the other Yorkshire T Racing car, right and wide, is up into 4th. So this is turning into a relatively decent race for these two. But Walter's going until he can make the mediums go to the end.
Well, Buttocks has just come out the pits with mediums and half a tank of fuel as well.
Right and lad goes deep into turn 10 and practically surrenders the position to Mike Donner. So that was a simple move for Mike Donner to get into 4th. Now goes down chasing Creiden's teammate Walter Wittmann. Does he choose to stay out to the end? He's been given the lead by Craiden pitting. Now this is on Walter's in then. Walter finally, 14 laps in, finally makes his pit stop. Mike Donner moves with a 3rd. So where will Walter come out? Right and lad now moves up into 4th place. 3 guy who I think might need to pit again. Actually, I don't know about some of these drivers pitting in again. Walter's going to have a lot of work to do if he wants to get into positions here. He's dropping his 10th place, and it looks like he's going to quite he does. So Walter comes out, Peter, medium Tyson's going to the end now, it seems. He's got a lot of work to do. Yeah, no, Ruti is indeed still going, but it's really not been an easy race for Ruti. But Ponting moves back about P6. It's not all over yet, as Wednesday tries to approach, but the two Red Bulls aren't too far away from each other on the track. And last season at Catalan, you weren't here for this one, but the two Red Bulls were going wheel to wheel at the end of the race, and the two Red Bulls with Gad and Hunter. It looks like we might get a repeat of that this season, with Rice all over the back of Hunter.
Obviously, the advantage Racer Tay's got now is he's on fresher tyres.
Oh, he's gone for that one under brakes. He's gone late on the braking, and Hunter just switches it back.
I mean, Hunter spins.
Hunter spins, never mind. Hunter's trying to take the rallycross route. That's a really opportunistic move from Racer Tay there. But Vipin then pits in, and that puts Craiden back into the lead, a 16, 17 second gap to Night Donner. Walter did pit, and Walter pitted onto the mediums to go to the end, and Vipin is not far from Night Donner, so this fight is not over for P2 yet. Here comes Walter trying to find his way past Hunty. Hunty goes to the inside. Walter goes to the inside still. I don't think was there contact there. It was a bit difficult to tell, but I don't think there was. But that came very close to being so. And Walter sneaks down the inside into turn 2. And what a move from Walter moving up into turn 2 there. But it's a penalty, so it is an illegal overtake. So he has to give the position back to Hunty by slowing down. And it looks like he is doing. But Gemini's trying to get down the inside from Hunty. And Walter's actually not giving the position back. And now Hunty looks like he's going to go on the fringes of the points, and now Gemini tries to find his way back into... Further on the top 10, there is contact between Hunty and Walter. Walter goes off, and I think there was contact there. And there must have been. Hunty does come off. Walter has been pushed off there by Hunty. There was indeed contact.
And Hunty immediately gives him the position back.
Yep, good sporting behaviour. Josh has just says, Walter scares me sometimes. And Hobo's just gone, that's an oof. Meanwhile, we've got Vipin and Night Donner still racing for second place, and with Vipin having the fresher and softer tyres, so Vipin just on mediums trying to get to the end, and he makes the position ahead of Night Donner. Now Night Donner's going to try and make the position back on Vipin. Does he switch to the inside to try and make the position? No, not yet. M3 guy in then for P6. M3 guy. The 3 guy pits in off his hard tyres. So he's surely going to go mediums to the end. In fact, Ruti has... What's happened to Hunty? Hunty's gone. What happened to Hunty? He's just disappeared off the race.
I didn't even see him go out.
Apparently Hunty DC'd, but Hunty is not happy with Racer Tay's move. Oh, apparently we think he's escaped. So Hunty looks like he's got himself involved in a few incidents, and now Tay's trying to get past Wright and lies ahead into down round turn 9, now into turn 10, but this tried his dive bomb, and it looks like he's not trying a very similar thing as he comes late on the brakes into turn 10. This time he actually makes the corner, and he's through into P4. Oh yeah, there should probably be a good time to mention Craiden. We will be doing podium interviews. So the top 3 drivers will invite into the podium, into the party, and then we'll just basically ask them some questions and get their thoughts on the race. So start thinking of questions now. It looks like we're going to have Raiden, Vipin and Night Donner. Oh, Gad Gaming has had to pit in again. Gad Gaming looks like he's needing to pit in again, and that's going to cost him a lot of time.
I'm a little confused as to why he's come in. His tyres and fuel look good.
Yeah, it's a really bizarre situation. But Gad Gaming's put himself in. It's problems for Red Bull at the moment.
No fuel.
Hunty does not seem happy
soft
with
tyres.
Soft tyres, so he's gonna give it everything then in these final couple of laps. Gad's strategy is weird. That's his 3rd pit stop this race.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone else has done a 2-stop, apart from Walter and Fruity, and 2 on the 1-stop are only set 6th and 8th. Everyone else seems to have done a 2-stop. I mean, a few people I think might have made a 3-stop, and I've not really noticed. So, very different strategies. But Nightbonner is dropping so far off the top 2, and in fact, Race at Tag is closing in on Nightbonner, but I don't know if this is going to be enough in the final few laps to get third place and get on that podium. But as it stands, this is a race that will really help the championship fight for Craiden.
Well, he is slightly walking away with it at the moment. It's a nice 17-second buffer.
Yeah, Craiden, I think this is the sort of race that you hear about Craiden so often, and why everyone always fancies Craiden at the front of the order. Pretty much explains it.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally in a different league at the moment.
Aside from the fact that Vitamin G has faster slap. Holo saying that on one of Gad's pit stops he must have just changed for tyres and not fuel. Or at least I think that's what he's saying.
Yeah, he switched to mediums and took no fuel on that last pit stop.
Right, that might explain the next final pit stop. Really interesting strategy there from Gad, as he is still in the points, but it's not a hefty points tally. So a Red Bull team that looked so strong in qualifying at the beginning of the race, things were looking really in their favour. For instance, the Hunty, and a very bizarre strategy for Gad. Season running in 10th and DNF. It's gone down the drain for Red Bull this race. As he's now all over the back of M3 guy, and he lines himself up for moving to the 10-10 hairpin on M3 guy to take the 9th place, and he does bring himself in position.
I'm just doing the very geeky thing at the moment of watching the live timing screen.
Anything interesting?
No, unfortunately. I was hoping that Vitamin G would put in a fast sector 1, but he's not quite on it.
I believe the 2 Yorkshire Tea racing cars have switched position, with Walter now in 5th place. Obviously he's got much fresher tyres than Wrighton, whose tyres are absolutely destroyed and he's got very little fuel. Wrighton might need to make a final pit stop here on the penultimate lap. It's not ideal, but Wrighton lad dropping off to his teammate Walter with Gemini really quickly closing in there. As Routine's done a decent recovery job, I suppose, in P8, and it's been spectacular, but he's absolutely miles behind at the start of the race.
Racertay's kind of in no man's land at the moment. He's got basically 11 seconds in front and 11 seconds behind.
Currently focused more on the battle between Gemini and Wrighton lad for P6 in the closing stages of this race. Very close in track, and with a massive tyre advantage in Gemini's favour.
Yeah, Wrighton's got to be suffering on those tyres now.
He was suffering to get traction. They're going side by side. This section of corners you wouldn't normally do so. But I think a small mistake there from Wrighton, just really struggling with tyres. Coughs on the position, and Gemini slides himself in front. I think now's the sort of time we start thinking about driver of the day then. So who's been your most impressive performance of the race?
Well, I was going to say Hunty at one point, because he was making up quite a lot of time on everybody else and was getting himself into a nice position. But then he, well, shall we say, had technical issues.
Well, we don't actually know how he retired. He might have retired for the collision. Either way, he DNF'd. It's a bit unfortunate for him. He was doing relatively well.
I have actually quite liked the way that Vitamin G's been going today.
And Craiden then crosses the line to win back-to-back races this season. Craiden wins in Catalonia. It looks like Vitman going to come across the line then to take P2 for Infinity Racing. And the Force Croatia that is apparently York's T livery of Night Dawn on his first race of the season manages to bring it on to third. He's leading the race at the beginning and has to jump to Magenta Boy at the beginning. Race Tay got himself involved in a couple of incidents trying to fight his way up the field, but in the end he finished fourth, and I'm sure he'll be wished for a lot more out of that one. The championship's really swinging in Raiden's favour and he needs to change that soon. Walter then. A decent performance from Walter, would you say? I mean,
yeah,
about the sort of performances you kind of expect at this point from P5.
Yeah, he's consistent.
Gemini bringing it home in P6. Brighton lad just about edging out routine on both on tyres that are pretty much running on nothing at this point.
They're almost on the rim.
Brings it on in ninth. Srigai 10th, and then Probotox is bringing it up the rear for 11th place. Two DNFs then. We have two non-finishers, the Red Bull of Hunty and the flawless Geezer Foxy. Unfortunately couldn't finish the race. But a strong performance from Raiden.
What is Buttocks doing now?
And he's deciding when the race comes to an end. In fact, Buttocks' tyres are completely shredded as well, actually. That
right-left is literally on the rim. I'm surprised. It's a shame, actually. The game doesn't give you a puncture when you get down to a certain level of tyre wear.
Then again, this isn't F1. So there is official confirmation. Raiden wins Vitman, second, Ninth Honor. Third, Hunty. Looking at the move, Tay isn't stupid, didn't move out the way to take it. It was an interesting moment from Tay, and unfortunately it's not on the podium. Don't get to speak to him about how he felt about it. But there we go then. That is the Catalunya race, and was another fantastic race of this Formula Championship. So then, chat, who do you reckon is driving? Who's your driver of the day then? As we get our top three in the party, then it was Raiden, Knight, Bonner, and Vitman on it.
See, I did quite like the battling that Wright and Lad was doing. And with some of the issues he had, I think he did well to finish in 7th.
Walter's starting to put in performances that we kind of expected, but I see what you mean about Vitman G's case. He did a great job of managing to really look like he could win the race, really took the fight to Knight Bonner on that one, so strong performance from Vitman.
Yeah.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Just wait for the other two. Thank you, Josh. Hello, Vitman.
Hey, guys.
Hey,
hello,
Vivian.
Raiden.
Hello.
Right. First of all, well done to you all. You did a good job.
Nice one.
So, Raiden, this is another victory for you, and it looks like the championship's really starting to swing in your favour. How do you expect the rest of the season to go then?
I have no idea, to be honest. I'll try. I don't know. There's some really fast guys in here though, so I don't know if I'll make all the races. So it could go anyway, really.
Craiden, any questions?
Yeah, towards the end of the race there, how do you think you did compared to your teammate Raiden?
I think, yeah, Tay had a few issues in the race. So, yeah, he was caught up in traffic a lot as well. But yeah, we had a similar strategy, so... But, yeah, I think I was a bit fortunate to come out in clear air after both of my stops, so... Apart from the Rooty with ruined tyres. That was my only obstacle.
Whilst we're talking about strategy, after you pitted every time after one lap after Night Donner pitted, was that always the original plan, or did you do that to try and cover off a potential undercut from Night?
My plan with that was because I didn't know how long the hards were going to last, so I was just sort of trying to make it as minimal as possible. But it turned out they actually lasted a lot further than I thought, so that's why I pitted in early for the second stop as well.
So Vitman, then you had a decent fight with Night Donner toward the end. What was your thought on that?
Well, yeah, I came out of the pits just behind Night, but fortunately I was on fresh mediums, so we got pretty close. But I always knew I had a tyre advantage, so it wasn't too bad. Earlier on, when I was behind him, it was a lot more difficult with the dirty air and my tyres were a bit worn. But yeah, I enjoyed the move though.
Night, do you share the sentiment? Craiden?
So, Nike, do you think that the soft tyres and the medium tyres were wearing at pretty much the same rate? Because the hards were obviously lasting a lot longer.
Hi, quick question and to all three of you then. So obviously we tried the new qualifying system. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I've got to agree. I prefer this, although I think there are going to be a few teething problems because it's a new system. And knowing Polyphony Digital, they won't get it quite optimized first time, but the system there is definitely better, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked well.
So definitely the way forward then, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
The next track is what did I say? Monza then. So what's your thoughts on that?
Ooh, spicy. Yeah. To be fair, Monza it's always quite dramatic with the first corner, and there's always lots of overtakes, so it should be a good race.
Oh yeah, and we're doing the new sort of bonus race thing. Are you going to join in that one?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't be either. I need to eat actually, but I probably will next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's all then. Unless Craiden, you got anything else to add?
No. Just well done, boys. Good racing.
Yeah, nice one, guys.
I'll see you next time then.
Take care, fellas.
Shall we keep this straight up?
Yeah, why not? I'd better get in a more appropriate car.
Are you jumping in this race?
Yeah. Toyota or Honda? I'm going to let you pick.
Toyota.
Ooh, okay.
Do you know what? We're just going to open the party up because I'm going to miss.
Yeah.
And there's enough of us in it's only 450 for a public parties or something. And by enough, I mean 5.
Yeah. Hey, I'm used to 5 people being in a lobby, that's okay. Oh, I can show off my new... oh, not by doing that, I can't. I can show off the new Fubuki livery for my Formula 1 car as well. Sorry, my Super Formula car, I do apologise. This will be a bit spicy. I literally forgot which way the corner went then. Honestly, I have played this game before, I promise. Oh, no commitment in that corner.
I'll randomise the grid. So I'll just put everyone into a random individual. Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Ruti. How many laps are we doing?
It's a 20-minute endurance race.
Yeah. What tyre settings are you going for?
Well, kind of fuel's off, so completely up to you.
Oh, Screech is asking if he can join in.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, come on lad, get in here.
Well, the more the merrier.
Robbo's got a party open as well, so let's hear your dulcet tones.
Also, we are still streaming as well, but you know.
Yes, mind the language.
Invite Craiden also. I think he's in the other party chat.
I have invited right and he doesn't seem to join, but we'll send him another one.
Oh wow, that's not a bad lap for me, that. He says, smashing into the wall.
Yeah, that race was not my finest. I followed it from the
Yeah,
start.
what happened at the start?
I was too eager to take the traction control off and move my rear and spin in the wall. And then it was all messed up.
Right, excuse me one sec. Hello, me babber.
Dulcet tones, I know what you're on
No,
about.
hang on. I've got a party invite from Buttocks.
Oh, getting Vecco.
Shall we all join Buttocks' party? Yes,
I'm good either way. Let me stick it back in the pits. So we're going to jump over to Buttocks' party then, are we? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Righty ho. Yep. Hello, little old ladies. Please tell me you had a like internet issue or something like that.
Yeah. By the way,
I decided
So,
to
Hunter-
go flying.
so Hunter, you not joining in these then? It's 20 minutes.
Yay!
By the way, I'm
so
going to randomly do
excited.
Yay! We're all gonna punt you before your charity race. You were doing awesome.
Would now be a good time to remind people I am still streaming.
Oh man.
Hunty in the first 30 seconds of joining has just put it into an 18.
Oh. You should. You've missed the funniest one because Hunty says, "Oh, I'm not joining the race because I've got a 2-hour race for charity." Well, I went, "You can fuck charity."
Actually, that was me saying that jesting, but I think Walter said something on them lines anyway, not realising it was for charity, and then it's like, oh, it's for charity.
Oh, that's all right then.
It's fine. What's wrong with
Quick
you?
U-turn.
Right, I'm going to randomly do the grid.
And then his mum came in and just went, "Can you hurry up, please?"
It's man came in.
Did you not hear that?
That's the best bit, is when his mum
That's
comes
an
in and tells
interesting
him
line I'm
off.
taking.
The best one when his dad came in, because his dad came in, it was me, Gad. It was me and Gad, and I think you were there, Brad. Did you not hear his dad? He went, well, I told you, who are you talking to? How old? No, that's just...
This is starting to sound like an Esperanton moment.
On speed dial.
Yeah. Holy crap, I just put in a 22.
One day, I'll be on the news for killing his parents.
Oh yeah.
And I've just forgot it. And I've just forgot it's on. That's on stream.
Yes, it is.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So when the Rozzers are looking for whoever killed his parents, we have video evidence now.
Did I not mention I'm also streaming still?
Yay!
Right, well, they'll be going down for slander as well.
Why can Ryan not turn up? Well,
He's in court for slander.
Whoa, buddy!
Oh yeah, you're cheating already.
yeah, I'm sorry for like delaying it for like 20 minutes.
No, it's fine. We were delaying it that long anyway. I mean, everything went wrong.
No, he just didn't realise you could go through where the gear icon is to change tyres, and he went out the whole thing.
All right, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've randomised the grid.
So
Completely
that's me and Robbo on the front row.
Oh, please let me be at the
Is it
back.
Mike there? But who knows who's where?
Fucking.
I mean, if you looked at the stream, you'd have seen me setting it up. But you know, bit late now. You just see it this way.
What?
Randomising.
what-
So I'm like,
Why am I at the front? You dickhead, put me in the front!
You lot have seen me race before, right? Why are you putting me in... Oh, this is not going to end well.
We all
Well,
are.
it's strong boost.
Everybody is.
Strong
I'm always up to
slipstreams, the super
the
soft.
That's if you can.
Also,
That's if you can
it's
catch us,
also
honey.
strong penalties as well, so first
Is
turn's
it?
alright.
Oh, is it still strong? Oh, I forgot to change penalties, didn't I?
I know Craiden likes one up the rear.
Oh, spread the cheeks, not the love. No, that's wrong. Spread the love, not the cheeks, is what I
Very
meant.
good on, very good on.
Craiden exposed.
Definitely 18 plus now, isn't it?
That'd be the wall. That hurt a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, Screech.
I will have to scrub this penalty at some point, obviously.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Hi, Hunter. Come on, you're you, Mr. Cheetah.
Yes, there's a wall there. Why do I not have a 7th gear? Oh, it's because I'm not playing Formula 1.
You don't have a 7th gear on these.
Everybody into the wall, I like that.
I took
There you
slack
go.
then.
I gave
front wheels
Robo
lifted
a
off the ground.
slipstream.
Holy crap, I just realised. I've got 13 seconds of penalties. I better scrub some of this.
13 seconds.
We control it when we want to turn. They didn't want to turn right. They only want to turn left. Or right, the other way around.
I would in real life that would have been the suspension for buttocks gone.
This talking of corner cut, nobody about it. Oh, sorry.
Oh, hang on, for a minute then I wasn't last. How did that happen?
Oh.
Scenes you'd like to see.
Oof. Wow, I've just lost all our positions. Just gone from 2nd to 5th instead.
Wow!
Whoa.
Hello, there's a car there. Literally wall riding.
Monty, what are you doing? Send!
I knew that send was coming.
It says barrier collision. It's a foot to change the penalties from the league list.
Woohoo!
Yeah, no, Brighton, I think you should know this whole thing was inspired by, you know, when you just jump on random races afterwards.
Yeah.
That's where this idea
GM.
originated from.
5 seconds, didn't even hit anything?
Murder!
It's because you're cheating, Hunter, it's what it is.
Well, that's another 5 seconds.
Hey, buddy. See you later, buddy.
Well, Hunter, it does tell you what you're getting the penalty for.
Oh, 5 seconds.
Oh, straight.
Whoa!
What's going on? I might actually be the cleanest one here.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't count on that.
Yeah, I know.
Me and Rudy haven't got penalties.
Yet.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a gear. Fuck.
Another 5 seconds.
Bub draft, Rudy! Bub draft!
Right, Screech, I've got that on freaking video now, mate, that I overtook you.
He still hasn't burned his
Oh,
penalty off. The lovely 9.3. You sure?
Because there's one breaking point on the whole track. Clearly
Yeah.
not breaking long enough.
Oh, behave.
I'm not the only one that hasn't got a main. Rudy is still the one that no penalty.
You cocksucker.
Right,
Nice.
that's it. I'm scrubbing the lot. Bugger it.
Yay! Gotta get past me minions first. Get in!
Oh,
You're in my way!
no. Screech has just gone through me. That was a weird experience.
Going
Okay,
through you like
that's
a back
Pinky, like it.
Oh my god, I've got like suspension dump. I've got like front suspension, all my suspension's gone. Front and rear.
Front suspension and all the suspension.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, get lost, man.
I'm in last!
Which means I ain't. Stay there.
Yeah. Alright, I'll try your best.
Oh, sorry, Rupert.
Nah,
Okay.
no worries.
I completely forgot about the overtake button.
You forgot the overtake button.
I don't even know
Yeah.
what my overtake button is.
Do you need
If
it?
you've not mapped it, then it's nothing, because you have to map it.
In
Wow,
that case, then
but
I'll
he just, like,
activate it
comes
with
from
mind
nowhere.
control.
We can see them.
Oh man!
Oh,
There it is!
Oh,
5
that's gone wrong.
seconds! Oh shit!
And look who's in the lead. 1 and 2. Well, technically on the road.
Indeed.
boys, can I just say, someone's just popped up on the chat and says that I'm driving like I've hit a child.
Ash?
That's the Robbo style, isn't it?
Nope.
You
I mean, he gives the
Driving
fingers
like
up to
you've
charity,
hit a
so I reckon so.
child.
I'd rather not, thanks.
Hello,
Thanks for the
Screech.
offer, though.
Hello, Craiden.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of yet another penalty.
Yeah, I had to get rid of 15 seconds of the bloody things.
Ooh, but he just like comes from nowhere from 4th to 1st.
Massive boost! That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's on strong. Boost and slipstream's on strong.
Yeah.
Someone's coming under the radar.
Oh shit!
And he still hasn't took off his 8.7 second penalty. Oh! Come on, Ember. If you're going to do the job, make sure I'm actual spin out, you know? Is your name Emperor? For that you get
I've been told
Emperor Hunty.
I've been told to crash.
That's a
Where is the
bit
penalty for
strong,
Robbo?
isn't it?
What?
That's a bit
Robbo,
strong.
get yourself a penalty!
I'd rather not, thanks.
Excuse me?
Jesus, Scrooge. I've got engine damage, what the hell?
You got Ed. Oh.
Why have I still got engine damage? Come on.
Was that on strong as well?
No. Probably turn that off.
I can just imagine this on. I can just imagine Blue Moon Speedway.
Interesting.
It'd be better if penalties were off though, but yeah.
Yeah.
Ew.
Woo!
Excuse me.
Excuse me, teacher. Who's not shy, you know?
It did sound a bit effeminate, that.
Come on, faster then! Faster then! It's obviously not fast enough.
Alright,
Wow,
that one.
Bobo just got like a proper massive boost there. The best position to steer would be about 5th, where I am right now.
Thanks, buddies!
we should do. We should take all the responsibility. On your name is not Humphrey the cheater.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. Oh, it's coming through, mate.
Yorkshire team 1 and 2.
Where are you, Andy? Okay, stop crying.
Oh,
He's come from nowhere.
I'll speed you. I'll give you a speed bump.
oh, sorry.
No worries.
I'll be the rear gunner, Robo. Go, go, go.
Lighter, go.
Yeah, let's take Rob out.
Let's not take Robbo out.
Who's that going like?
There's a wall there.
I'll take myself out, thank you very much.
Ooh.
Nah.
Under the
Imagine
wall
it.
everywhere, to be honest. Just clarifying.
5 seconds.
Big penalty there. Only cheaters get penalties like that.
Got a wall there.
Oh, hello.
Sorry.
So, so it's technically between me, Rooty, and Bobo now.
No, I like being last.
Well, between me and Rooty now, because Bobo's got a penalty.
It's not over yet, Ralph, and there's still 6 minutes. Still you, you're still the one racking up 9 seconds penalties every time I see you.
Could be worse, you could be driving like me.
But then that wouldn't be a you special thing, Craiden.
It is my special thing, to be fair.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to finish last, might as well be me. Oh, do you know what? Let's go for the time trial line. Did it work? Nope. Not really. Okay.
Oh, what the hell?
He got another penalty.
You gotta cheat, at least do it well.
Every time I do the run on the final corner, every single lap, Rooty beats us by 001 every time it does.
Yeah. Hoochie, come on, bro.
Yes, we have.
Now we're on lap 40.
Well, technically, if I went any further, I would have cracked into the wall. Well, crashed into the wall, not cracked.
Jesus.
The love is real in here tonight.
I know T took you out, you know, and you had a good result. You don't have to take it out with me. That's it. You're fucked in turn 1. Hi, honey.
Put the cop ambulance.
Oh.
Oh no. Hello.
Yeah!
Guys, what have you done? You've given Petri a 4.5 second
Brewery's
lead.
just like absolutely miles in front.
Exactly,
Well-
what have you done?
Yeah, honey. I've still got engine damage. What?
Yeah, get... Oh. Jesus, something. Oh.
Everyone's streaming. The languages are coming out now.
Yeah, it's
Not
a
bad,
typical
anyway.
adult dream.
Brewery's got like a massive cap. Honey, don't make us come and get you again.
Screech, did you make that livery or have you got it from someone else?
Oh. Sorry, I haven't peeled buttocks, Mr. Buttocks.
Alright.
Yeah, no, Screech, did you make that livery or did someone else? Did you get it from someone else?
I got it from someone else. I'm not that clever.
Hi, honey. Then I'm not going to put you. I want to catch up to Rooty. Well, that wasn't
Wow,
mine.
that's the cheating
That
one.
wasn't mine. That wasn't my fault.
It wasn't anyone's fault.
It wasn't my fault at all.
Sorry, Roger.
I've just noticed I'm Hunty's kryptonite.
Right, come on, go Petri, let's go.
What, with 1 minute 50 to go?
Oh, it's easy work. That's still like 6 extra laps. That'll be that's more.
Cheating again.
8 laps.
That's alright, my tactics change about the last
They are
anyway.
Ooh. That was like a chop if I saw one. We're coming for you, Petri. No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's a second ahead of me. 2.5, sorry. No, I'm good, thanks.
How did you not get a penalty for that, Screechy?
I have absolutely no idea.
Because unlike Conte, Screech isn't a cheater.
There was more sparks
Yeah.
coming off the wall then than there was on feckin' firework night.
I'll hunt to you last.
Well, that was because of me. Oh, you can get penalty, 5-second penalty.
Last lap as
Ah.
well. Oof. Oh no! No! No!
I've won! Yes!
No! Oh,
I did ride the wall in decaf.
Jesus, bullshit.
Look at that. Yorkshire
Why
2,
does-
1 and 2.
20 seconds worth of penalties.
Okay, we'll bring him.
minus 335 3933708. How you ended up minus?
Oh my god.
Investigators have a bunch of...
That's the first time I've ever saw a minus.
Really? You've never seen that before? Because that's me all the time.
Well,
Yeah,
this is everyone's on plus and then
No,
everyone's
it's
on like